Hello guys, welcome to the stream. So today we're going to be, well, I haven't streamed in a while, I just noticed that. Anyways, today we're going to be doing some like PTR testing of some keys, just having some fun here, doing the new content. And we're going to be testing some builds, So in my recent videos, I've been using the Templar Strikes builds, but I noticed that it's very clunky. Like both the Crusading Strikes and Templar Strikes builds both are kind of clunky in themselves, Crusading Strikes has the problem that since we're losing the Hammers of Wrath tier set, you don't really want to press Hammer of Wrath in AoE because the thing is just like single target, and you're like using a very inefficient builder. And you're a very inefficient builder to get like a Holy Power just to keep your rotation going. So that's a problem with Crusading Strikes. And the problem with Templar Strikes is, well, it's very clunky once you get more than, let's say, 50% haste. So whenever you're in, let's say, Bloodlust window, or even whenever you proc, for example, this, like my Frostfire Legulars of Preparation, Templar Strikes becomes like super clunky because it has a flat cooldown of 1 second. And well, yeah, it just feels really bad to press the thing because a flat cooldown of 1 second is higher than the global cooldown I would have if I with the haste that I have. So it's annoying to use. Both things have their problems. And yeah, so this brings me to this situation where I want to use now neither. I'm gonna do some keys here, and I'm just gonna use baseline Crusader Strike, not Crusading Strikes, just Crusader Strike. And I'm gonna use it with Vanguards of Justice because it kind of makes sense, 4 Holy Power, it's basically the same as a Templar Strike, only that it's a normal Crusader Strike, It scales with haste, it scales with critical strike, so I think it's pretty okay-ish, and I think it's going to work. We were never OP or S tier ML, but I think we're going to be a solid A class in Mythic Plus, and same goes for raiding. There's still a lot of time, so they have to tune us. There's like I think 5 to 6 weeks before the patch releases, because the rumor is it's going to launch either after BlizzCon or after the Turbulent Time Waste event is over, and that ends in 5 weeks. Let's say they drop the patch, the news that 5th week, and then give us a week to prepare. So 6 weeks around that time, patch was going to drop. So there's a lot of time they're going to be tuning stuff. But red feels pretty good in the PTR, especially in AoE Mythic Plus. Our single target is not incredible. We got a small boost of about like 3% with the increase, with the buff they did to Blade of Justice, this thing, Blaze of Vengeance. It's not huge, but it's going to help, You're not like super dead weight on tyrannical keys. And I think you can still use, the problem is, last patch we used Divine Arbiter to boost ourselves in single target damage and Mythic Plus content, because the thing was pretty good, it did decent boss damage, but that was because we abused Vengeful Wrath. With the tier set bonus, you could proc the hammers, the spinny hammers that help you proc your Arbiter. Without that tier set, it's kind of awkward to take Divine Arbiter to boost our single target damage. So I think that's the reason why they buffed our Blaze of Vengeance, because they know we can't really take Divine Arbiter next season without the old tier set that was boosting the proc rate at the thing. So I'm hoping they give us some extra buffs, preferably to single target, just buff Templar Strikes, I think. I mean, Templar's Final Verdict. But the problem is, actually they can do it, they tune PvP and PvE apart from each other, so there shouldn't be a problem there. Just make our single target a bit better, That's one thing I hate about the rework. They made us pick. They made us pick between AoE and single target, and if you pick both, you're kind of crap at both, So you gotta like kind of, I guess where most Reds are going to focus on their AoE and like do a lot of stuff on fortified keys. Damn, this group is taking a while to fill. We only need 1 DPS. Isn't there 1 DPS in the PTR to join us? This guy DC'd. So this is a key, I think, for this is Dark Heart Ticket. So it's gonna be a fun key. I really enjoy Dark Heart Ticket. It's a fun key to do, you know. Dark Heart Ticket is, I think it's going to be one of the easiest keys to do next season, paired together with Black Cold. But that's going to be mostly on fortified settings instead of like Tyrannical. Tyrannical still has a bit of things that can kill you in those keys. Tyrannical Legion bosses were especially dangerous, you know. I think Lazana Raven Crest is going to be kind of the wall in Braco Cold if people don't learn how to do the rush mechanic, you know, the green stuff on the ground. And in Dark Heart Ticket, I think people are gonna die to Savius or the dragon boss, you know, until they learn how to do the wind thing. You have to be like really close to the dragon. So yeah. But those are going to be your best bets to get like your 20 done on the first week. Remember that next season we're going to start like really low item level. Like our gear from this patch is going to be equivalent of like I think under LFR gear or something like that. We can check here. So let's do that. The new raid. So let's put LFR. And LFR gear is 450. So yeah, next season we're going to be starting with under LFR gear to do keys. And they still have to balance out the health of stuff and keys. I heard they're going to be buffing the health of mobs in dungeons by about 15% or something like that. So yeah, because like currently I'm doing these keys with 440 item level gear. This number that I have here doesn't really matter at all. This is just whatever gear I got from the PTR, you know. But whenever you go into a key in the PTR, they just downgrade you to 440. So everyone's on the same playing field. I haven't seen the legendary. I don't think it's on the vendor. I would have seen it if I would have seen it, yeah. Actually, I haven't checked the vendor in a while. Yeah, it's a legendary, so yeah, it's going to be a must get. But the good news about the legendary is that Blizzard said that it's going to be easier to acquire than, for example, the Evoker legendary, you know, because they had a lot of complaints of the Evokers that it was like really hard to get, you know, the RNG to getting it was annoying. So I'm guessing they're going to either do like a high drop rate for it, you know, you get it the first like 2-3 weeks, or it's going to be you know, after the top people get it, you know, because they did the same thing for the Evokers. After the first like mythic kill of Sarkar, something happened, the first legendary dropped, and then everyone started getting their legendary. So I think they're going to do something like that. The first person that gets that legendary on a mythic guild, you know, is going to get it, and then it's going to be easier to acquire for us, you know. And either it's going to be a quest or something easier to get than a drop or something. I think it's going to be easier to get. That's my point. To be honest, I don't know how the Evoker legendary item level worked. I think if you do it on Mythic, you get a Mythic one or something like that. So I guess if you do Heroic, you get a Heroic version of the legendary. Not sure though. But it's going to be a must get for us, you know, so probably everyone's gonna get it like eventually. Blizzard hasn't been like too like making legendaries get acquisition super hard. And if they do it, it's going to probably be a personal loot thing, so you're not going to be like fighting with loot council on who gets what. That's really good, you know, because I hate loot councils and all those things. Also, if like the acquisition of Evoker legendaries is something good to go off from, like try to prepare your alts. If you can like get alts ready to craft your own thing if they go the route of crafting the Lego. Come on, let's get a DPS for this. We need one more person. It's the chill Darkheart ticket. I don't think it even has affixes, so we're gonna blow this up. You got another fellow red here. So we should be able to just make this key explode. I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't paid much attention to the Evoker legendary, so I don't know if they have item levels. You know, the last legendary I noticed item levels existed was in Shadowlands. You know, the bow from Sylvanas had item levels. So I'm guessing it works the same. And it's been so long since like legendaries happened for us, for like melee class users. Like two-hand melee. So not sure what they're gonna do with that. Maybe they just give it to us at max item level. That would be great, you know. It's a weapon, so it's huge DPS boost. Yeah, like the Sarkeret runs are mostly just evokers trying to get the thing. Actually, this week I went to raid and I noticed that. Like I just said, I'll do a heroic run. Why not, you know? So I did one, and like in Sarkar it was just a bunch of evokers. I did get my finally I got the trinket from Sarkar, you know, the big explosion trinket. What's it called? I don't really remember the name of some of these trinkets. I don't really like it. I got it though, so I guess I have now all the trinkets from Aberus. It's the Destin, the beacon. I got it on my main, so I guess I have it now. Come on, 1 DPS for a Darkheart ticket. I want to leave the group and join another one. I'm gonna spam here and trade something. So I'm gonna be testing this build, by the way, for the guys that just got in. It's a build that doesn't use Crusading Strikes or Templar Strikes. I'm just using baseline normal Crusader Strike, you know? Because it kind of solves the issue of both builds. Crusading Strikes is awkward without Hammers of Wrath and the old tier set. And Templar Strikes is awkward because we have so much haste that our global cooldown is sometimes under 1 second, which makes like Templar Strike users a bit clunky. So yeah, Crusading Strikes solves the problem of both because it scales with cooldown, I mean with haste, so you don't have that problem of Templar Strikes, and it just works fine with without like having to need the old tier set, you know, to maintain your rhythm on the run. You know, you still get holy power as on demand. Finally, who's our final DPS? It's Warrior. Nice, we get the buff. Let's get to Darkheart.
Yeah, what do you want?
Darkheart ticket.
If you ever need anything.
Okay, let's do this. I wonder what build he's using. Hopefully he's using something different. Okay, he's Crusading Strike, so I'm gonna use Crusader Strike and see how it does. Oh, by the way, guys, all the testing I've been doing in these dungeons has been like at like 440 item level. Everything, whenever you start a key, just drops to 440. So on all the keys you've been seeing on the channel, it's like everyone's on the same playing field. I'll ignore that and reload. Add-ons are being a bit clunky, especially my my old kick tracker is not working in the PTR, so I'm a bit worried what I'm going to do without that. You know, I'll probably have to like move to another kick tracker add-on for next patch, because I'm using a version that's like super old. It's from BFA era that I'm surprised it still works. Okay, what rune do I use? I guess haste is fine. What else? What else? Where's my food? There's food. Okay, let's go. I rather like be testing PTR because like live servers are kind of dead, guys. Like I don't know why, but it doesn't feel like rewarding to do much keys at the moment or anything on retail. I've been playing more Wrath than retail and PTR, you know. It doesn't say you're 440, by the way, but it's gonna do big pull here. Just wait for everything to stack. Nice. Okay, we don't have apexes on this place, so... Oh, he's gonna pull everything. All right, nice. I'm gonna stun that griffin. Actually, I can't. Gotta dispel that. It's frontal. Frontal again. Those birds are very dangerous on like fortified settings. That frontal can actually kill you. Maybe we're gonna do the skip this time, you know? I gotta remember I'm using normal crusading strikes. Okay. He's not gonna do the skip. So he's just gonna go pull stuff. So let's go with him. I'll do this. We got the cats. Cats are really dangerous because they jump to people, you know, and especially range players. They like to jump on range players. I remember the cats being like the bane of range in Legion. God, it's like so weird to play with normal Crusading Strike. Okay, where are we going now? What? Where's this guy going? Now we're going through here? Okay, I guess. Hey Snow, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. He's gonna pull everything. Nice. He's gonna use cooldowns here. Pick that shadow, storm. I mean, Starfall. Still got cooldowns. Oh, then somewhere. adding in roar. This thing is going to be also deadly on live whenever this gets there. These bears were like super dangerous in Legion. I remember you had to like do dead skips on these guys. You gotta defensive this. Oh, the next one's gonna hurt a lot. We gotta kill this bear now. Kill it before it roars. Nice. I think we died if he roared one more time. We got like 4 stacks. It's kind of dead, yeah. Mostly because like lack of rewards, mostly. Like there's no meaningful progression. It's so easy to get super high item levels now in retail that it doesn't feel like your main getting stuff on your main is worth anything, you know. This guy's dangerous if we're like too close to him. Who died? Yeah, I don't have to be close to this guy. Someone DC? Also, there's a lot of other factors that make like retail currently not fun to play, you know. There's other versions of the game. It's like WoW is kind of cannibalizing itself. There's Classic, there's Wrath Classic. There's so many other versions of the game, you know. And people are so split between all of them. Oh, you got frontal. Yeah, I wasn't even close to that guy. Yeah, bubble here. We gotta move. We can't be here. Man, we should be killing those little ad thingies. I'll just AoE, I guess. Oh, we're 1 man down. That's the reason this guy's like taking so long to kill. Gonna frontal us. Let's just cooldowns here. Nice.
I am the Defiler.
Now, okay, I don't know if we're going to continue because we're like 1 man down. If we do just DC'd or just left, I guess.
For your true power rests in the Lightblade.
I guess we can do it, you know. Doesn't have any affixes, so. I don't really have to push these guys. Like, these mobs are like the most harmless mobs in this place. They barely do something. I'm surprised that Blizzard didn't give the enemy mechanics, you know. They usually like give mechanics to like mobs that don't have anything from old places. But I guess they didn't want to mess up with Legion dungeons. They kind of work fine already. Oh, the little jump thingy. Oh, you can't do it if the Drats see us. You gotta kill the big keeper here. This is a very precarious position where we are here. I'm not comfortable being in the middle of the mushrooms. I'm on defensive here. Yeah, those mushrooms and this world on the ground are pretty dangerous together. You get bounced. The main reason he wanted to skip this is because, like, you can see these little plants didn't take any damage. Because the big druid heals them. So people are probably going to do that skip all the time, like whenever this goes live. Here we gotta focus down the keepers as well. Focus down keepers. Bubble here. Yeah, that's what we bubble, so we can like clear the little plants, the mushrooms. You don't want to be close to those. He has to kind of move. Yeah, those druids are very annoying. This is a very big waste of time. People are going to find a way to like skip these mobs. Probably get trash in other places. I'm thinking they're gonna use like in this spot or a rogue or something to get past this part, because these mobs are like together, so you can't really skip those big druids. Even though the plants are good count and they don't do anything. The druids make this pull so slow because of the heal. Where's the tank? There's the tank. Let's just use cooldowns here. It's kind of a waste because these mobs are like I said, super harmless. They are annoying though. Druid the Dryad likes to run away. Gonna do the big pull here, I think, with these Nightmare Dwellers. Stack them together, kick them, interrupt them. That thing. We got blinds, we got a lot of stuff to stop this, so I'll do my blind here. Stun this. I'll get Beard here. I'll have stun for that. And they do it like super often. Oh yeah, we're missing a person, that's why. We're missing Kick. Oh, I won't use cooldowns here, I'll just finish them like this. Okay, boss time. So we're gonna just 4-man this place. Our warrior left us after the first boss. Where's our tank? There it is. Here you can use freedom and get rid of these things. Oh! We are standing in front of a tree. Yeah, I don't think... Actually, he can solo it, but... Nah, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. No, he's alive. He's alive. But it would be better if he died. My weak auras, by the way, are in the community section of the YouTube. You'll find a post where all my weak auras are posted. Okay, let's do it again. So as all three bosses, he has a frontal, you know. You have to be always like behind the tree boss so you don't get one shot. It's not even like a tyrannical or anything. We got one shot. In the test I did, the thing didn't actually do anything. I guess I didn't get hit back then. Anyways, res the guy, do it again. Oh, by the way, the only weak aura that I think is not going to be working next patch is my kick weak aura. But everything else should work next patch. I think the guy left. Let's give it another rest, you know. Ah, there he is. Nice. Welcome back, man. Okay, let's kill the boss this time. Okay, now always be behind the boss. Freedom here. Just gotta walk over them, don't need to do anything else. Well, you can pat on them, you know. As soon as you walk on them, they just stop working, so not necessarily kill them. Grip, it's gonna throw it on someone. This boss was the bane of the tanks back then in Legion, I remember. I'll do this plan, and I'll do this plan. It's gonna take a while to kill because we're only four people. Frontal. Oh, my weak auras. The only one I have to actually redo, I think, is the kick weak aura, you know? That's the only one that's not working currently in the PTR. Everything else is working in that post right now. For the frontal. Oh, that's not the frontal, that's the crushing grip. We can finish this. Nice.
A pity you've come this far only to die in the hands of Saviors. An empty threat. You hold no sway over this realm, Nightmare Lord.
No, there's the tank. Gonna do a big pull, I think, probably. These little blobbies, by the way, are kind of dangerous. They explode. So try to be away from them when they're dying. Kind of wasted my cooldowns there. Thought he's gonna pull the big guy.
It's too far away.
They added some visuals to these guys. That red thing on the ground. Don't get hit by that, or you'll get pushed to the whelps. Blood assault. He's gonna frontal. Another thing on the ground. He's gonna do another frontal. Oh, we gotta kill these little guys. Blind. They do a lot of damage. Take that thing. And we should pull everything. Like every little ad here and just to the big red dude, but okay. Oh. We gotta cross. We got some eggs. Oh, we got the big guy. He's gonna pull the boss if we fight it here. I'm gonna stand here, so maybe he like... No, he's gonna do it. He didn't pull it. Nice.
I need to get closer.
Red thing, don't get pushed. Ah, he's gonna pull the boss.
It's too far away.
Yep, you gotta fight the boss now. Okay, this boss is important not to be in front of it. Defensive here. Frontal. As long as we're not in frontal, we are safe. Start your shrieking roar, be close to him. If you're super close to him, you don't like never get pushed. Here with frontal. Frontal again. Down draft. Let's be close to him. Got the frontal now. Nope, forward. That is a frontal here. Down draft, be close to him. We got one Wolfling, roar. Frontal. Cooldowns here, just because probably get him before we get to the next pack. Down draft. It's kind of an awkward place because the earthquake is like just there in his model. Frontal again. Nice. Okay, we don't have cooldowns for next pack, 20 seconds. We shouldn't need them. These demons are really easy to kill with no affixes. That. Curse of Isolation. I'll bubble this off. I'll kick this guy. Maybe we can get them together. Nope. Stun this guy so he doesn't cast the shovel. Seems it hurts the tank a lot. I'll defensive this. Kick the curse. Okay. Okay, this pack hurts a lot because you have to like dispel the poisons here. So I'll try to help tank dispelling poisons and all those things. And he can actually do it himself. So. Okay, we normally in Legion you used to skip this pack, but we're just gonna play it, I guess. For science. Stun this guy. Curse of Isolation. Nice. So I think it's dead. Yeah, it is dead. Okay, now Xavius. Good old Xavius. I remember this guy being such a problem in Legion. Like a lot of one shots. When I did it in the testing, they toned it super down, you know. Normally at 50%, if he did a cast, like you were like almost dead. Me, defensive here, but maybe explodes. Nice, explodes. Got almost 50%. Let's get away from that guy because he has the fear thing. Defensive here. Paranoia is on the Evoker.
You will waste away slowly, painfully.
Don't get hit by those things because they hurt a lot, and they buff the boss if they hit him. Paranoia is on me, so no one get close to me, or I get feared.
You will waste away slowly.
Move a bit back here so I don't get feared. Cooldowns back in 2 seconds. Get some holy power. Nice, very nice.
Kind of mistake.
Well-earned victory. We must, however, stay vigilant. Deep inside
Okay, we
the
four-manned that
Xavius
Darhard ticket, but it was fun. It was fun.
The enemy
I'm looking forward to running these keys. Sadly, I don't think Darhard ticket has any good loot. There's also not like weapons in this place, you know. I'm thinking they're going to add a weapon to Darhard ticket or something like that, because they have that done in the past, you know, added weapons to Legion dungeons, because we didn't have weapons back then. We used the relic system, the artifact system. So they're probably going to add something to make this place. Hopefully a two-hander would be lucrative, you know, to spam it early on. Okay, let's look for another group. Also, I have to fix one small thing. My CVAR, my input lag is a bit weird. I have a lot of ping in the PTR. Yeah, 230. I'm gonna lower that to. I mean, I'm gonna up that to 250 because my ping in the PTR is 180 or something like that. So gotta make it a bit higher. I think 250 should be fine. Okay, let's try to look for another dungeon to do. Hopefully something... I want to do a Wake Wrist or... I want to do a Black Rook Hold or a Wake Wrist Manor. I think those places are pretty good. They're fun keys, you know. There's AoE, there's single target, all those things. Red feels fine. You know, I'm doing some little testing today with another weird build, you know. I'm not using either Crusading Strikes or Templar Strikes. I'm just using normal Crusader Strike, you know. We just did a key with we four-manned a Darhard ticket. And it was pretty fine, you know. I think Crusading Strike's still better, you know. The other red was using Crusading Strikes, and it did a ton more than normal Crusader Strike, you know. So yeah. I still don't know what's going to be the build, you know, next patch. Both Templars and Crusading Strikes have their own problems. One feels weird without the old tier set. The other one feels weird because we have too much haste. So I was thinking maybe Crusader Strike could be the answer, you know. Let's see. My Crusading Strike did 5% of my damage, 8 million. And Crusading Strikes did 11 million damage and 6% of his damage. So yeah, Crusading Strikes did like 3 million more damage than Crusader Strike. So maybe I think just Crusading Strikes might be the way to go next patch. We'll have to wait to simulations though, because I've also heard talks about like normal Crusader Strike being a thing. Okay, let's look for that key. Oh man, they need a tank. Oh, damage looks similar to live, by the way, because in keys we are downgraded to 440 item level. So I'm actually under my item level that I have in live. In live I'm 446, so here I'm just using 440 item level in keys. So the damage you're going to see in some of the tests is going to be even lower than in live because of that reason. We don't really know if it's going to be the build, you know. No simulations are there yet. There's still a lot of tuning to be done. I'm currently testing this Crusader Strike build, so I'm not using either. I'm just using old Crusader Strike. It did fine, you know. It did respectively good, you know. Was 3 million behind Crusading Strikes though, and I have to waste a global to use it. I think it did fine. Gonna keep testing it. See how it goes. Gotta look for a key though. Oh, let's talk to this guy. He's looking for DPS. I don't know why people are not putting the keys in the group finder. You can put it in the group finder. It's better to spam than spamming and, and trade. Now let's test the other build, you know. Let's test with Crusader Strike. Oh, I should have like kept the... No, actually the log was bugged because I have to like use overall, so it's not going to show correctly. It sometimes happens in these keys and PTR keys in old ones. The overall is not correctly shown, you know. It can be messed up and mixed with the other key because it doesn't recognize them as keys, the old ones. Okay, let's use the Crusading Strike this time. What else we have to change? I think that's fine. Okay, there we go. We got into a group. So we're gonna do Waker's Manor 21 with all the affixes that are in life. So Tyrannical, Storming, and Raging. Interesting. It's gonna be a bit more challenging. Waker's Manor is one of my favorite dungeons, like from BFA era. That I liked Freehold, but not as much as Waker's. Waker's was just so fun to do back then. Even with that, with the RNG on the doors and all those things in BFA, it was a really, really nice key to do. You could do so many like huge pulls back then because our AoE was fully uncapped in BFA. So you can imagine the stuff that people could do. Also, we had corruptions that last patch. The only patch that was bad in BFA for Reds was the first patch. Red Paladin sucked, like super sucked. You've never seen a Red Paladin suck so much since then. Because the first patch, oh, I think maybe in Shadowlands. Also, Shadowlands' first patch was really bad for us. But BFA was super bad. It was so bad that Azerite traits that were for our class were worse than the generic Azerite traits on that gear. You know, so we were using like proc stuff, like similar to how it was in Dragonflight. Like proc stuff was the best thing that we could use. Like our paladin traits were really bad. Second patch came around and they fixed all that, and we got the best things that paladins know now. Like we got Imperium Power back then. We also got Light's Decree. Light's Decree, we also got it in BFA on the second patch. Good times, good times. They need a DPS for a Darheart, but I already did a Darheart. I want to do something else. Okay, let's go there. Okay, Blackrook Hall. Fortified Tyrannical. Let's go. Ooh, there's an Atal'Dazar there. They don't take us for this Blackrook, I'm gonna do this Atal, I think. Yep, they take us. Nice. Blackrook Hold. Another fun key. It's one of my favorites in Legion dungeons. Blackrook Hold and Darheart Ticket were both my favorite keys back then. Mostly because I had to do them. It's kind of a Stockholm syndrome of those keys because of there was relics that were really good for red pallies that increased the duration of your wings. So you could have wings up to like 41-second duration back in Legion if you got the correct relics. So one of them dropped in Darkheart and the other one dropped in Blackroot Cold. And you wanted these relics to be the highest item level possible because your artifact weapon gain item level depending on that. So you always wanted them to get like Titan Forged. And so I ran those places more than 400 times, I think. And 400 times every season because you had to like also re-get the thing, you know, at a higher item level. So yeah, I did those places so much that I just enjoy them by default. But still, fun dungeons. Blackroot Cold is one of those tricky keys. I hope people learn that you have to invis the first packs of mobs. You know, you don't play those first packs. They're pretty dangerous and also very annoying to play. If you saw the video, there's like mobs that, for example, do a sacrifice effect. So they reduce the damage on every mob on the pack, and so you have to like focus that mob first and then kill the casters, which are the annoying ones, and they die last. So yeah, those first packs in Blackroot Cold are a bit annoying. Also, you don't play the mini boss. You know, the mini boss is super deadly. On high fort, it's just one shots. Especially the right side has a dude that throws glaives. Those things hurt a lot. Blackroot Cold, Fortified Tyrannical. Oh yeah, for this, I think I'm kind of torn here as well. So Swift Justice helps our tier set, but Light of Justice is better for the Crusading Strike build because we spam more Blade of Justice. Both are good, you know. But this thing just gets no value here because like gets only half value because we lose the cooldown reduction on Crusader Strike because we're using the normal Crusading Strikes. Like this tier is weird. This tier is going to be weird. We just have to wait for simulations to see what's going to be good. I was using like a Temper Strikes build for most of my testing, but it was a bit clunky in some parts, you know, because of the flat cooldown of Templar Strikes. It's like 1 second flat. Nah, let's go with this. I think it's fine. Oh, there's the DPS. Just need a tank and we can go to Blackroot Cold. The only thing I don't like about Crusading Strikes with the new tier set is that in AoE, sometimes you're just standing there and you can't use like Hammer Rat in AoE because it's no longer AoE and it's kind of inefficient to use in AoE. Yeah, because it's only single target. Come on, we need a tank. Any tank. Hopefully the patch drops in like the 5 weeks after the Turbulent Time Wars event. Because there's not much to do in current retail, man. I think they have to bring back some of the borrowed power, like progression on expansions. Like every patch they do is just catch up. There's nothing in the patches, you know. 1.5, 10.5 was 10.15 was just catch up mechanics. The events were kind of garbage, you know, the time way events where you go inside, you killed a bunch of mobs and then you killed a boss that gave you some loot. That was pure catch up mechanics. This recent 10.1.7 patch was also just catch up mechanics. There's nothing in the patches that incentivize gameplay, you know. I guess it incentivizes you to get more alts ready to play the game, but that's one thing I miss about old WoW, you know. You kind of cared about your main before because most of the power was on your main. But now you can just swap characters so often that like a main is like kind of whatever, you know. And this is also a problem, and it makes like metas appear super fast. For example, the God Comp appeared the first day that it was live. Like everyone had their characters ready, and because like catch-up mechanics were so easy, and after that people just saw that and immediately swapped characters. There was no penalization, they could just swap them super fast, you know, and the meta just exploded. Back let's say in Legion or in BFA, you couldn't do that. If a meta appeared and you didn't have that character, well, you just played your main because a lot of your artifact power didn't let you swap them to another like meta class, you know. You had to invest time into that. So people kind of cared more about their mains, and even though they were not meta, they kept playing the game, you know. So you didn't see these situations where there's like every key is like the 5 same comps in past expansions. Eventually, yeah, because yeah, people like leveled up their characters, but it wasn't so fast. Like the God Comp appeared one day, and the next day was everyone was playing it. Okay, we got a group. Let's go to that group. Good specs. Rogue is going to be OP. I'm calling it now. Rogue is broken. Like all reworked classes, they're going to be super broken. Either in damage or some utility or something. Rogues are going to be broken. Other than that, there's surprisingly feral druids are doing really well, and the locks, you know, locks and DKs are also on top. But rogues are going to be broken, I assure you that. What's this? I don't know, what's that? Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, like, I don't know, they need to put something in the game so we can like grind seasonally, or I don't know, go back to the AP systems. I know it's like a hot take, people kind of hated that, but currently there's nothing to do in retail. There's no reason to do war quests, no reason to go to the zones, you know, to kill rares or anything. There's literally no reason to do anything of that, unless your character is new and you want some catch-up gear. But even then, you can just start doing Mythic Plus, like with base, I guess, 400 gear, and you just gear up there. I'm kind of weird because I miss systems that people hated. I miss the AP systems, I miss the Titan Forging systems. I really enjoyed Titan Forging because I used to spam so many keys back then, even in BFA before they removed it, like before corruptions. Stuff didn't Titan Forge, but it still Warforged. So you could go into a dungeon and like at the end of the dungeon you got the chest, and yeah, maybe it Titan Forges, maybe it Warforges, you know? There was always that expectation, but now in retail there's nothing. You go there, there's 50 gold in the chest every time. There's no... I'm really happy when I see a tertiary proc, you know, an avoidance leech or something. They need to find a way to make loot more, I guess, interesting in retail. It's super bland now. Yeah, they fixed it. It was double dipping on certain things. For example, it was double dipping on Final Reckoning. It was also on most multipliers. They fixed it and they also reduced it by 50%. Before they did that, I did some tests, and like my spenders that procced from the tier set were doing more damage than the main spender that procced it. So yeah, it was super broken. Probably some bugs are still around there though. I have to test again if this talent is working with the tier set. Maybe they removed it. So if your judgment hits, you mean a spender with judgment hits your target, if you don't have this talent, the spender that procs from the tier set doesn't get the extra bonus of the judgment, but if you use this talent, it gets the damage. Just weird interactions that have to be tested. Now they killed the wisp. Monsters. It feels good. It feels good. Especially in AoE, our damage is like super good. Cleave and AoE is great. You know how it has been since the rework. Single target's still it's okay, you know. But we're nothing incredible in that scene, so we're gonna be really good on fortified keys, kinda whatever, and tyrannical. There's probably going to be builds that you're going to be going in tyrannical, but we still haven't found them, you know. There's a lot of tuning that's going to be happening. Gotta wait for Sims to do that. Yeah, it was too broken though. It was too strong at 50%. Even without the double dipping, sometimes the spender from the tier set was just stronger than your main spender, and that's kind of silly. Maybe I should use one of the new trinkets to test out stuff. I have this butcher's block here. What else can I test? Spore of Alacrity. Nah, I'll just go here with what I have. Now let's test the butcher's block. I don't want to lose the crit from Eltarian's Call though. I have like 17% hate crit if I lose it. Oh, they didn't nerf the verdict. I didn't check that out, by the way. I thought you were talking about the tier set. The tier set they nerfed by 50%. Oh yeah, why did he give me that? Voidance? Oh yeah. Okay, our tank just DC'd again. Okay, rip. Gotta find another tank. I think what they have to do is just buff our mastery a bit again. Currently, mastery is just kind of worse burst. Well, it's actually better than burst in terms of damage, but it's by very little, you know. So either you get burst and you also get the extra damage production, or mastery, you get just a little bit more damage. But yeah, that mastery nerf kind of hurt us after the rework. I think that could solve most of our issues of scaling. Also, it would make our single target better because, well, mastery makes everything that we do better. If anyone can tank, join this group. It's a black who called 20. Oh yeah, that's the tier set, yeah. It was 50%, now it's 25. But like I said, it was too strong at 50. Even with all the bugs and all those things, it was just too powerful. They have to, like, I guess, buff individually our single target spender a bit if they want to fix our problems. But that's just putting a bandage on a gaping wound, you know? Scaling is not very good. It was doing like OP damage on both because it was bugged. It was double dipping on multipliers, and the tier set proc was doing more damage than the normal attack. You know, the normal temper strike, or well, final verdict. I mean. Both AoE and single target were kind of broken there. Currently, we're great in AoE, kind of mid in single target. In my honest opinion, they should have just kept Shadowlands Red and just make it tanky. And they fixed everything, you know. Just keep Shadowlands Red, because that Shadowlands Red could do both single target and AoE with the same build. Or I mean, you change one talent and you do the same thing, you know. You could do both really well. I miss Crusade so much. I miss Crusade, and I miss the explosions of Sanctified Wrath, you know. It felt so good to use your Holy Power Spenders, because like everything exploded around you, you know. But now it's like, I guess they gave us 2 new explosions with Divine Arbiter and Searing Light. But the problem is they separated our single target explosion from our AoE explosion, you know, and now we have to pick, which is annoying. You're totally right, and that's what I'm saying here. For example, there are 2 explosions, our Searing Light and our Divine Arbiter. We gotta pick. Do you do single target and a bit of cleave, or do you do like flat AoE? I don't think they should separate that. They just make it one thing, or just give us Sanctified Wrath back, you know. Just that thing did both AoE and single target. So why did they remove the best thing they added since BFA? I have no idea. Come on, we need a tank. Oh, that's a DPS. Oh, by the way, Blackrock Hold is a really good place for us because we have Wake of Ashes. Everything in this place is either undead or a demon. So Wake of Ashes gets a lot of value. Being able to stun those packs and all those things. A lot of value. We can also even take Turn Evil to... There's some mobs that like to cast and you can't kick them, so you either have to stun them or use your blind. You can also take Turn Evil to just like fear them away and stop them from like helping your group with some stuff. Good utility options in this place. Also, there's finally demons, so if you go to the... Well, before you get, let's say, your legendary weapon from the raid, you can go to Dawn of the Infinite and get the weapon from the Gorohal thing, you know? The Demon Bane actually has some value in these Legion dungeons, because there's demons. So this might be the best weapon you can get for Mythic Plus before you get your legendary weapon from raid, you know? At least for some dungeons. Come on, everyone's looking for tanks. This other group also needs a tank, this Wakers group. Yeah, I think that everything's fine here. I could take Lux Justice to just spam Blade more. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah. It's the good old Crusading Strike build. I was using Temper Strikes a lot, but I have a lot of haste and it feels weird. That flat global cooldown on Temper Strikes is annoying. I don't know why they don't make it scale with haste, you know, just make it scale with our haste. That way both Temper Strikes and Crusading Strikes would be viable. Temper Strikes is going to eventually be bad because it doesn't scale with haste. And over the course of the expansion you get a lot of it, so naturally it's gonna be left behind. If any one of you can tank, join this Black Room call, please. Finally, there's a tank. Okay. Can he get into the dungeon? That's the thing. The last tank couldn't get into the dungeon. He got in and just got kicked every time. We're reading pretty well. Red Pallies are going to be pretty decent, I think, because after that, obviously DKs are getting some small tweaks and here and there. You know, they're removing some power from their, like, I think 3-minute window or something, so they're going to have a more consistent profile of damage. So I think DKs are going to be really good. Not sure about Warriors though. Not sure about Warriors. They're gonna be getting left behind. But of the play DPS, I think, yeah, DKs are going to be a bit better than us. They're tweaking some of their abilities, you know, and whenever a class gets touched, you know, Blizzard normally overtunes them or does something to them that makes them really powerful. Okay, let's go. Let's go, finally. We've been waiting for like 30 minutes or something. There it is. Okay, Temper Strike, Crusading Strikes. Okay, gotta remember what build I'm using. Let's go. If we're gonna play, let's go left side. If we're gonna kill stuff, I think it's the better side. Right side is super annoying to play, especially the mini boss. Oh, we're going right side. Oh, go left, go left. God damn it. Line. Go half kicked, got stunned. It's immune. Okay, that hurts. That's what I mean. I was standing there so long without a holy power generator, you know? This mini boss like punks. That blade toss is, yeah. Bubble. Blade toss hurts a lot. Yeah, this side is not playable, by the way. Never go right side if you're gonna play these mobs. Left side is a lot better, but even then, it's better to just use an Nimbus pot and just go to the boss when this place goes to live. There's a reason we didn't play these packs in Legion. They're very annoying. That mini boss pumps that glaive toss. Okay, let's go. I think we're gonna lose this, probably. Yeah, we lost it. Who has the thing? Ah, it's behind us. Nice. When I say the thing, it's those circles behind me, you know. They don't do damage like, immediately. They explode and they fear you if you're inside them. Then the only thing you have to worry about this place is like the frontal. The hunter is doing 200k single target. I haven't seen a hunter in the PTR. God damn it. They're pumping. Stun. Oh. Well, I think the thing ate. I didn't eat anything. It looked like it ate at the ghost, but I guess it didn't. That's what I mean. You guys at the circles, okay, there they are. He's like putting it everywhere. Okay, died. Nice.
Now I see.
That hunter was pumping, guys. Like 200k opener? That's crazy. We're doing fine. We're doing 100k DPS at 440 item level, by the way.
The ones who did
It's not bad. Like, if we go to retail and you try to do 100k DPS with 440 item level, with the AoE build, you're not going to do it. I think we cap out at 85 with our 85 to 90 with our AoE build.
Invaders have breached the passage to the
Okay, so they nerf these little spiderlings, you know?
must hold them here. We have much to lose.
The spiders here don't no longer explode when they die, which is kind of sad because it was the only mechanic they had. I gotta use cooldowns for this.
Do not let them pass. The calendar!
They used to explode here, but they no longer do it. I don't know why they nerfed that. That's one of the most simple mechanics there is. You know? Oh, tank died. I'll bop. I'll res. I'll won't do damage. I'll run. Run. Okay, we're fine. Come on, take the spider to the next bed. I guess we're playing one spider. Okay, the next key I'm gonna use temporary strikes. We did a key with Crusader strikes. This time we're using Crusading strikes, and next one we're gonna use temporary strikes to see which one felt a bit better, you know. For now, the first one is winning. Actual Crusader strike feels a lot better. Homie, you gotta dispel the tank. He has a dot. It's a magic dot. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Send it. Nice. Stun everything here. Here with frontal. Gotta blind that blade dance. It's a lot of AoE damage if it hits the group. Like here, for example, here it feels horrible because I don't want to use a Hammer of Wrath to get Holy Power, and I have to, you know, in AoE. You gonna pull everything? We should actually go there. Kill the Arcanist. Get Blitz. stun here. No one's killing the little ghosty thingy. Ah, he can't kill. He can't do that. Now, okay, now we LOS here, and the pack is going to come to us. Perfect. Stun here. Gotta care with those archers, don't get bullied. Yeah, this Crusading Strikes feel so bad. Like, I want to use Hammers of Wrath, you know? But it's single target. Yeah, no, don't get barraged. Okay, let's rest that guy. Also, they nerfed these guys, by the way. These champions used to be a big problem in Legion because they buffed the group. They gave extra health to every mob near. They don't do that anymore. Oh, we do get scaled, 440. Now it shows on gear. It didn't show on gear before. Your health just went down. Okay, don't be close to anyone with a great blade toss. Who has the... Oh, it's gonna be messy. Oh, he... Nope, he didn't dodge it. I thought he did like a Night Elf thing. Be close to anyone with a blade toss. Caster. Hit the blitz. Stun the caster. Hit the arcane blitz again. Come on, bring them here. I do. He's supposed to bring the mobs to the boss, so we cleave. Oh, that's a big mess in the middle. It's on me. Over here. I think that was a clean blade rush. Little Gave is on the hunter. A boppin. They're just getting pelted with the glaives. Gotta dodge the balls, the rocks. Don't get hit by rock or you die. Okay, now I res him. Oh, never mind. Released. Go, go, go. Pull everything. Oh, I save you. aggro. That's very dangerous to do. Like to push these guys. They have frontals, they throw things to the ground. And it's hard to see because they're like super clumped together. I'm gonna blind them here. Yeah, blind works. I think the full VR, they're gonna do frontals. Yeah, those things. Oh, I got knocked. No, actually, tank died. killed by aggro. Yeah, those little guys don't seem like much, but they do hurt a lot. Now the hunter kept the pool alive, but I don't think we can go there. Or can we? Yeah, we can. I can use weight to stun here. By the way, if you can click this thing, don't do it. There's a mini boss there in keys, and he appears in keys, by the way. So yeah, you're gonna make your group like do like a billion health mob. All the dudes. I can't do my little Kali special thing here on the rocks. I gotta do it normally. You can like bop yourself and run to the top to open the gates for everyone. So no one dies like that. But I don't have my bop or bubble, so I have to like do it normally. I'm surprised those rocks are like one-shots. They weren't one-shots in Legion. They hurt a lot, but they weren't one-shots. Okay, here's Big Pool. Okay, so here you should just run to the top and kick the Felspike
An
Dominators.
excellent choice.
Thanks for the sub, man. Really appreciate it. Darkheart Ticket, Blackrook Hold, Waitress Manor are pretty chill dungeons to do. I think they're gonna be the easiest ones. Taltazar has some intricacies, you know? Oh, who's that? Yeah, we just gotta kick the Fell Frenzy and we're fine. Let's go upstairs, go upstairs. Okay, we pop cooldowns here, I guess. I don't have my 15 seconds. I'm gonna grow. I kicked the one that I picked. I gave him a sack. These guys hurt a lot. That's on me. Okay, now go outside. Gotta go outside. We can fight him inside as well. I'm gonna save cooldowns for the boss. This boss we can do some nice stuff with our defensive unit, with our immunities to protect the group. I think the tank can take 2 hits, 3 hits and he's fine. Tank has to take the hit. Tank has to take the hit. I'll take the hit. Oh, he has turtle. Why did I take the hit? That green line you have to take to the sides. So this doesn't happen. There's gonna be a lot of green stuff on the ground now. I'll take it for him. This also protects me from the knockback. And I can take the next one as well. And we're getting pelted with the green lines, like super spam. I'll take it here. He wasn't ready. Nice. As you can see, you can take a lot of those hits for your group. Normally it's on the tank to take it though, by the way. Not on us. Tank can take 3 hits and then you can take the next ones, you know, so you allow him to reset the stacks the boss puts on you. I think after 3-4 stacks tank will die, so it's better to just let him reset. Take them, take them. He's going up. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage. These mobs are deadly for tanks. They do that ability called Coup de Grès. That's a stun. It's really hard to fight them on the stairs. That circle is deceiving. It's not the same size that it shows. Yeah, these guys do the coup de grace thing, and that's a really hard hit on the tank. It's not a frontal, but it's a really hard hit on him. They also do those whirlies on the ground with our stuns. We can stun them though. Okay, boss time. This last boss, they added some difficulty on the Dreadlord, you know? Actually, the Dreadlord now puts a dot on everyone when he throws a Shadow Bolt. That thing wasn't there in Legion, so they buffed this guy a bit. Here with that little boomerang thing. Does a lot of damage. Doesn't look like it, but it does. Come on, cooldowns. Alright, cooldowns now. Oh, why did I use them? I'm dumb. At least I didn't use my Final Reckoning there. Fat fingered my cooldowns. That's a rip. I'll have them when he comes back after his first phase. So here you have the defensive, the first Shadow Bolt. Small defensive here. Damn it, almost killed everyone else. Kill the swarm. Don't hit the green clouds on the ground because you get slipped. Get slept, you touch them. Nice, we have cooldowns when we come back. This. Where are we going? It's going that way, okay. Oh, the cloud. Okay, now let's pop off. It's on me, I'm on a bubble here. He puts those stinging swarms on you. You can remove it with Bob, Bubble. Both work. They do a lot of damage and they also like perma-stun you. Not perma-stun you, but like stun you a bunch of times. If it's on the tank, it's fine. Tanks can take it. But if it's on a DPS, it hurts a lot. And that's the dot from the Shadow Bolt you can see on the top right. Does considerable amount of damage. I'm gonna lay my hands with the Hunter. He was about to just get moved. Just another Shadow Bolt. It's gonna hurt. People are low health and... Oh, I can't save them. I can sack the healer there. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Nice, very nice, very nice.
Whenever you come, we will
Oh,
meet
people are still dying.
and we will defend.
That's dumb. The dots shouldn't like last so long after the boss is dead.
From our eyes. We Ravencrest have
Damage was fine,
sacrificed
173k.
more in
Pretty good.
defenses.
That's more than you would do on live, I think. This place doesn't have a huge density of mobs. Well, it has a mix, you know. At the start, there is dense mobs packs. After that, the spiders don't do anything. I would call this place a mid-density mob dungeon. How did Crusading Strikes do? 740 million damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. The thing is, there's so much downtime now with Crusading Strikes. I stand there sometimes trying to use a Hammer of Wrath and AoE. It feels so bad to use it. And I had to use it sometimes, you know, 45 casts, because, well, sometimes you need a holy power. Okay, now let's do another one, this time with Temper Strikes. See how it goes. I want to do a Wake Wrist. Wake Wrist is really fun to do. Okay, let's see what's on the Dungeon Finder. Another Blackrook Hold. We could actually compare the one we did recently with this one. And this time we used Temper Strike build. Let's do that. It's the same thing. Fortified Tyrannical, Blackrook Hold 20. Both affixes, but this time we're gonna use this build. Actually, can I take this Divine Rat? I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm gonna just use this. The Judgment Charge is kind of worthless because, well, you have a lot of haste. Even on the Templar Strike build, I have like 33% haste when I'm in a key, and probably in life you're gonna have more. That gives your Judgment a cooldown of 6 seconds, and that's more than enough to have it all the time. Because you don't reset it as you reset a Blade of Justice, you know, so the charges kind of go wasted. If you mean the charges of Judgment on this talent, you improve Judgment with 2 charges. It's not very good. But this one is really good, Swift Justice, because it allows your Temper Strikes to always be active, so you never run out of Holy Power. And your Judgment is 2 seconds lower cooldown, so you can proc your tier set more often. Yeah, this thing is pretty good, Swift Justice. Because we already have so much haste that it's redundant to get cooldown reduction on Blade of Justice, you know? You have so many resets of the thing. Like, I can't even press them all, like all of them. Sometimes when I'm in a key, I just have to like spam the Blade of Justice. Can't even use all the charges. It takes a while to get used to for Holy Power Spender. I'm kind of messing with my muscle memory here because I'm swapping between builds all the time in the PTR. I'm using like normal Crusader Strike build, Crusading Strikes build, Templar Strikes build. One uses 4, one uses 3, one uses 4 again. Okay, gotta get the music back. Okay, there's the music. There's a lot of things that can change still until patch launches. I don't think we're getting any massive tuning changes, you know, but maybe a small touch up to our single target, like an extra little buff that it could give us. I was kind of behind on most of single target fights in that dungeon though. I want to test the trinket. Let's test this thing. Since I'm using Temper Strikes, my crit is not really valuable or super valuable, so I'm gonna use Butcher's Block. I know, this thing also gives me crit. I could use... No, Haste also is not very valuable with this build. This thing? Okay, let's test the Pip Emerald Friendship Badge. This thing is the chromatic essence of this raid. Basically gives you a buff to mastery and then you get a proc of an extra stat that you pick a best friend or something like that. It's pretty good. Gives you a bunch of extra secondary on a proc. Let's see how much uptime this thing has. If it's 25-ish or higher, I think it's a good trinket. Let's go, Black Recall. Oh, although we have to use this thing, sadly. We're doing the test, you know. I'm gonna keep the overall here so we can compare stuff. Gotta use the trinkets that I was using anyways. Why does this guy have like a white square on him? It looks so weird. Okay, same dungeon, same talent. No, actually different talents, same dungeon. Exact same dungeon. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I'll do a video about crests, by the way, what things you have to get ready, because you can actually get a bunch of extra crests next season if you do a small trick with reputations. Now, you know, you can prepare your reputations now, so you get a bunch of extra crests whenever the patch hits. But I'll talk about that when I do the video about things you have to do for the next patch to prepare. Since all crests are going to be valuable next patch, you know, even the lowy ones. Okay, I'm using Temper Strike. Okay, Temper Strikes build. I gotta put that in my head. Get the other muscle memory back. Okay, now we're going left. Okay, that's not a problem. It's fine, it's fine. What the? I got aggro. I got aggro. I was in 600 health. Why? Why did I die? You should have bubbled. Okay, this is the sacrifice effect that I was talking about. Someone should kick that guy, you know? I'll kick it. I'll stun it. Yeah, I like Temper Strikes a bit more. It's more controlled, holy power. Feel more comfortable with it. I bursted so hard there, I died. I haven't got aggro since a very long time. And we got cooldowns. The next pack is a bit dangerous because there's a bunch of casters and they do a lot of damage, especially the mini boss here. This mini boss doesn't throw glaives, but it does the mechanic of the boss. So I'm gonna shield here just in case. Kick this spirit blast. I can't kick that. Can't kick that. 5 seconds. Kick. No, I can't. Kick this one. Okay, kick that. Someone should get it. Yeah, this side is a lot chill than the other one, you know? This boss doesn't like throw those blades that were nuking the group down. Don't have a kick. I'll take it to the face. Okay, boss time. Yeah, definitely feel comfortable with the temper strikes. That's the thing. Frontal. He's leaving the things all over the place. I don't blame him. They're annoying. That ability is kind of annoying. You gotta do it like you do Harlan's, like fire thing. Move slowly and leave them behind. %, he's gonna do his boss ability. Well, I use cooldowns when the ghosts are kind of close. I think here is good. This one. Shield of Vengeance here. Wanna take it to the face. Doesn't do anything to me. It didn't even go through the shield, I think. I would love to get that ability, that mechanic on me, you know, because I can bubble it. And so I don't leave those swirlies on the ground. Our single target is a bit weaker with, I think, Templar Strikes. But the rotation feels a bit more comfortable.
It is gone.
You aren't the ones who did this?
You know what? I think I'm gonna just blow up the spiders so they don't kill the tank. They do put a debuff on the tank, like a dot, ramping dot on him. It has to be dispelled. Yeah, I'll blow up the little spiders. I'm sure he's gonna just tank the lonely spider, like big one there, so might as well use cooldowns here.
You need not worry. Men, the invaders come for us. Do not let them pass.
Maybe the lonely spider. Ah, it's hitting me. Oh. Oh, this guy's gonna drag it. Nice, nice. I like it. Fishing pulse. We should have cooldowns ready for the next pack. seconds. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Need a Blade of Justice first, though. So we can apply Expurgation there. Now we pop. Okay, hit by volley. Very nice, very nice. I'm gonna blind this, taking a lot of damage. Ah, I wasn't too fast enough. No, he got that by the pad. Not my fault. I got the jump, I got a defensive here. When the cat jumps to you, he leaves a dot on that you have to remove. I think it's whenever you get to 90% or higher. I think they removed that. I was full health and it was still there. Got jumped again. No, that's not nice. Okay, where's our... Who died? Put Expurgation on my targets. Stun now. Nice. Now we do the thing. LOS, LOS. Hopefully they follow me. Follow me, follow me. Nah, they're gonna be all spread out now. I'm gonna stun this guy. Let's do a big AoE stun here. Okay. Barraged. Didn't have cooldowns for this pack, but it's fine. I'll blind here. For the knife dance. I'll use cooldowns on the next pack. So you always want to like LOS that pack, so it's easier for the tank to gather them up. Not you're gonna get a bunch of like archers like running around like crazy. Frontal. I don't know, guys. I feel just Temper Strike so much better. I'm not like waiting around for Holy Power or using like random hammers or grab. Ah, I messed up the opener. Always have to Blade of Justice first.
You cannot escape. The hunt.
It's on me. I'm gonna go here. Pretty close. Perfect. Almost. At least we didn't make a mess.
You cannot escape. Guards, hold them off. I will burn you alive.
I should have waited for the guards to appear. I'll pick that, so the others. Oh, don't bring the laser here. The homie wants to kill us. Oh, I have a kick. I have. Oh, I have a kick. Whatever. I can't stop that. It's dead. That laser was a bit sketchy. I'm using a bunch of like the same stat. I'll show you the stats after I finish the key, or after this boss.
The hunt. You
It's on
cannot
me.
escape.
I think I'm the first one. Nice, we did it correctly this time. I didn't make a mess. Perfect.
You cannot escape.
Oh, I got hit by the glaive. That's bad. Taking a lot of damage. It doesn't actually hurt so much.
You cannot escape.
But in general, for Templar Strikes build, you want to stack a bit more burst and mastery. You know, you can like forego a bit of haste, but naturally you're gonna have a lot of it since it's like gear inflation gives you a bunch of it. So I'm gonna do my little alley thingy here and pop myself and run to the top so I can open the door for everyone else. You see? No rocks, everyone comes, no one dies. Now he's gonna do big pull, and we're gonna do full AoE and die because we have forbearance and we can't use bubble. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh Jesus. I'm scared. I'm very scared. I'm bubbling here. They're gonna start spewing their thing. Woo! That was spicy. Oh man, I don't have my bubble again. So I can like go upstairs and clear the rocks. I should have saved bubble here. I don't think I was gonna die there. Got scared though. That's debating. Oh, that fear. That fear was terrible. Because it negated my Divine Toll. So Divine Toll doesn't go on mobs that are CC, you know? So when the Demon Hunter used the Sigil of Fear, I think it's Fear or Misery or something like that, my Divine Toll didn't hit the target, so I didn't have Holy Power to continue my rotation. Kind of like a bit of anti-synergy there. Oh, the rock! Oh no, I died. I should have saved my bubble. They can rest me, they can rest me. As long as the healer gets up, I think we're fine. I gotta remember, you know, like save a bop or a bubble to do this thing, you know, because it's really good. If you can get upstairs really fast, you can prevent those deaths. Don't use your sigil. You use the sigil or something. Something CC with the things that my Divine Toll didn't go off. I only got like 2 Holy Power from it. I don't have a kick for that. Ah, it's almost dead. Okay, this guy didn't take him to the top, so a little less AoE. Okay, now he's taking. AoE here, big stun. We got cooldowns. I'm gonna save them. Maybe he pulls the guy on top and takes it outside. Come on, come on. Oh, okay, died. We're fine, we're fine. Shield. He's gonna take him outside. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Pick that. Okay, this guy knows his place. He's a Legion player. Oh, I have a kick. I have a kick. Yeah, this Demon Hunter played in Legion. That you can tell. Well, he's a Demon Hunter, you know. They appeared in Legion. I guess he could have made the Demon Hunter after Legion. But the way he's playing, he knows his stuff. I'll give him small heals. Nice. Okay, we're gonna... I think this Demon Hunter knows how to play this boss, so maybe I don't have to soak so many of those frontals. I'll let him take 2, and then I'll take the next ones. On high Tyrannicals, yeah, probably your tank can take 2, 3 of them, and then you have to help as a melee character. Especially if you're a plate class, you can help a lot. I have Bop and Bubble ready, so... boss should be really easy. We got 20 minutes! Damn, we did this key so fast. Yeah, Blackroot Hole is gonna be the Shallow Moon burial ground of this. Gonna take it? Oh, he didn't take it. I'll take the next one. I'll take the next one with Shield of Vengeance. I'll take it. I wanna make my shield explode. For the extra dam. I even kinda messed up my opener here. Ah, the green stuff. Was it on me? He's taking a beating. I'm gonna take it for him. I'll take it. Bob here. Prevents the knock as well. And I can take the next one with my other defensive. Oh, I'll take the other defensive here. Oh! Crap. Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't reset my stacks. What the hell happened? 500. I was with my Divine Protection. It worked last time. Or did I have a stack? I think I had a stack. Why would I have a stack though? Because I bopped myself the last one. That's weird. So I bought myself the last one, so I shouldn't have a stack of the debuff. So I should be able to take it with just a small defensive. Gotta rewatch that.
Guards, hold them off. We must prepare.
Those things keep going. Probably going to the top. I need some heals. Human ratio. There's a lot of stuns that you can get out of with human ratio in these dungeons. In the Everbloom, there's a bunch of stuff that you can use it on. In this place, there's also, if you make a mistake, it helps alleviate those. For Talos, they come. I remember hearing that all day in Legion. I went to this place so much. Oh, the man's going full up. I'm gonna give him a sack here. I'm blinding here, so those coup de grace don't kill him. The idea is like you desync the coup de grace from your tank, so not everything hits him at once. I'll sack him. I'll lay hands him. Cool down just. Wake up, Ashes. Nice, we kept the tank alive. We sack him, we lay on hands him, we do everything. I still haven't tested trinkets, but I'll do a video on all trinkets eventually after tuning, you know? There's a lot of stuff from the raid that's going to be good though. I've seen them and they sound kind of broken. Sadly, from Mythic Plus, there's not much stuff that is good, you know? There's good stat sticks, but nothing incredible from Mythic Plus. At this point, I'm not gonna use cooldowns on Portalos. So this is our life for next patch. We do a lot of AoE and not much boss damage.
I tire of this. Ravencrest. Worthless husk. 10,000 years have not been kind. Now you.
Okay, now don't use cooldowns until he becomes we get the buff. Oh, I popped. Defensive here.
You must defeat him. Respect these
Another defensive because we're taking a lot of damage.
soul of our ancestors. To me, aid our champions.
Okay, now got the buff.
We are legion.
Okay, that was a wasted. We wasted everything there. We wasted hero. We wasted our cooldowns. Unfortunate. Okay, so we gotta remember that that phase is really short, so don't pop anything. It's gonna hurt. Kill this thing. I think the healer's fine. 6 seconds and I have healing hands. I saved you. I can't develop him. He has 4 barons. I'll get him. I'll heal myself. I'm doing triage here, trying to heal everyone up. Whew, that was intense at the end. Okay, I died. You can just release here. Okay, that was fine. How was damage? So this is the damage in this key, 179. And how was damage in the last key? 173. So they're about the same, you know? About the same damage both. I felt more comfortable here though, you know, with Templar Strikes. I just wasn't waiting around for Holy Power as much. Let's see how much damage it did though. So this is the Crusading Strikes one, 40 million damage on Crusading Strikes, but we have to take into account that we didn't do as much, I think, Divine Storm damage in that one. Let's see that new one. This one. Yeah, so we did more Divine Storm damage on the Templar Strikes build, but Templar Strikes itself doesn't do a lot of damage. So it's a trade-off. Both builds are fine, you know, I guess, still. I would have to do one more with Crusader Strike, you know? Let's see what's in the Dungeon Finder. Oh yeah, people ask me about my stats and all those things. Let's check them out. Okay, so these are not quite my stats because this is whatever gear I got in the PTR, you know. But for temper strikes, mostly you want to get your critical strike around 20-ish% because it's not super valuable, but having it at 20 is nice because whenever you use wings, you get 40% crit, which is fine, you know. After that, haste, you're naturally going to go over 30%, which is fine. It's actually good for next season to have a lot of haste because that means you can take this talent, which is Swift Justice, makes it so, since we're not taking the other one, the Light's Justice, our Blade of Justice has to only reset whenever we auto attack. So getting a bunch of haste is good for that. And then you mostly want to get either Mastery or Burst a lot, you know, either stack one of those. And yeah, that would be like the Temper Strike-ish build. Similar now to the Crusading Strikes, although in Crusading Strikes you can actually get more crit because crit is pretty valuable since Crusading Strikes doesn't guarantee a crit. You can, instead of, let's say, getting Mastery, you can get some crit there. But simulations will tell you eventually what you have to do whenever we get those, you know. Okay, so people ask me about trinkets. We can do a small trinket rundown now, you know. Let's see stuff. Let's see the dungeons first, you know. Trinkets from the dungeons, Dragonflight, current season. Nope, it's not the season. Okay, let's start with Legion dungeons. So there's not many stuff that's good from this place. So Darkheart Ticket has this thing, which is garbage, Nightmare Eggshell. I tested this thing. It had like a 15% uptime, so that's really, really bad. It also just has like a 1 proc per 2 minutes or something like that. So this trinket is very bad. Has a long duration, 20 seconds, but the haste it gives, it's not that good because it has to ramp up. So not very good, you know. So this plays nothing important. From Blackrook Hold, there is also nothing really powerful. This trinket was garbage back in its time because it does physical damage. It says you do 50% increased damage, but that damage is capped. So it's not very good, you know. It's also a single target trinket. It's not AoE or anything. And it doesn't even give main stat, you know. It just gives haste. So not very good. I'm not thinking anyone's gonna use it. But I have been wrong in the past. Maybe it works, you know. Who knows? But I'm almost like 99% sure it's going to be garbage. Okay, from the others expansions, let's do Battle for Azeroth. So Waycrest Manor has the thing that has the most promise, which is Gore-Crusted Butcher's Block. This thing has an uptime of 25 to 30%. It's pretty good. It gets you main stat, so a lot of its power is on that main stat, and the critical strike proc is very nice. Sadly, if you're using Templar Strikes, it's not as good because critical strike is not as good with that build. So yeah, that's the only problem with this trinket. But still, critical strike is not bad for Templar Strikes. It's just not as good as other stats, you know. That was Mastery, it would be really great. And the other dungeon from this era is Atalta's Arm. So we got Razan's Gleaming Eye. It's another good trinket for Crusading Strike build because it gives you a bunch of haste and main stat, you know. So both of the stat sticks are really good for Crusading Strikes. Not that good for Templar Strikes. But still, like I said, haste still has some value there because you want to get those Blade of Justice resets with both builds. So it's not all lost. Good trinkets. Decent trinkets, you know, if you get them. Okay, the other dungeons are from Dragonflight, you know. Let's go to... We're gonna look at the old ones later, but first let's go to Dawn. So Dawn has really, really good trinkets. These two things are pretty damn strong. Mirror Refractor Tomorrow is a 3-minute cooldown trinket. I think it's giving you the most burst possible of all trinkets because it gives you a massive amount of mastery, and it also gives you main stat. So the damage is not only allocated on the use, it's on the main stat. The problem is you have to play around that 3-minute cooldown. You know, if you have a group that's organized and you can play around this 3-minute cooldown to do massive pulls and burst AOE, it's good. If you use this on a pug, most likely you're gonna hang on to the trinket until you see a good moment wherein it loses some value. So good trinket, but kinda situational. And the Accelerating Sandblast, I think this is going to be one of our best trinkets from Mythic Plus because it not only gives you a bunch of haste, it also gives you a small damage proc that's single target. So this thing is going to kind of supplement your single target. It's pretty decent. In live, I'm actually trying to get this thing because it just does its work. You know, you don't really have to press the button like you do with Anvil or like try to track it or anything. It's going to give you haste passively, and it's also going to do this damage passive. So I think this is going to be one of our best Mythic Plus trinkets that you can get. Okay, now from the old dungeon. So, what's the old dungeon? It's the water one, right? Throne of the Tides. We have a loot table here. Let's do time walking. Trinkets. There is one that's weird. We've had a trinket like this in the past in Shadowlands. We had the trinket from the train place. You know, it had bursts and it gave more bursts or something like that. So this one gives bursts and it gives a use of mastery. Depending on how this thing is tuned, it can be really, really good, you know, because although it only gives secondary stats, the amount of secondary stats it gives is going to tell us if this is good, you know. Probably Bliss is going to it's going to be garbage at the start, then Bliss is going to look at that it doesn't have main stat and it's probably going to buff it, so DPS can use it, you know, so it's not a complete loss. It's a pretty good trinket for the Temporary Strikes build though, because it has burst, it has mastery. Really good. Depending on tree. And the Might of the Ocean, which is a 1.5 minute cooldown on use, critical strike and strength. Sadly, this thing is kind of worthless because it's a 1.5 minute cooldown. Means that we're always going to lose value of this thing because you always are, we are a 1 minute class, so you're always losing that 30-second window, you know. And that's the reason that this thing I don't think is going to be very good. So for Mythic Plus Dungeon, the trinket from Dawn of the Infinites, and maybe this porcelain crab for Temporary Strikes. As for Crusading Strikes, the trinket from Dawn of the Infinite, and one of the trinkets from the BFA dungeons, you know, the Rezan Eye or the Crusted Block is going to be good from only Mythic Plus dungeons. Now, Raid is a totally different situation, you know. Raid has some stuff that I've read and it's like pretty damn strong, like this first, you know, Pip's Emerald Friendship Badge. It's pretty good, gives you a bunch of secondary stats. I would have tested in this dungeon, but I wanted to see how, like, differences between Crusading and Temporary Strikes, you know. But still, I think this is a really good stat stick. It can work on both Temporary Strikes and Crusading because it just gives you a bunch of... I think it gives you their highest stats. So it chooses a best friend, and each best friend has a different stat allocation. I think it's crit, haste, mastery, you know? And you get that amount of mastery proc depending on what friend you're rotating. It's really weird, but good trick. Okay, so there's other stuff I've seen. That's a Retribution, right? Yeah. So where's the one that's on use? So this one. This is the thing that is... I looked and I say, damn, this thing is strong. It's a 2 minute on use. It gives you 3,000, almost 4k strength on a raid fighter item level. Let's say you go heroic. How much does it give? Okay, it gives almost 5k strength for 20 seconds decaying. Okay, that's decaying, so that's the thing. Once it ends, you lose a bunch of haste for 60 seconds before recovering. So you lose haste for 1 minute, but you gain a massive amount of burst every 2 minutes. But it also has a special effect. Sometimes your soul will ignite, whatever that means. It will grant the bonus again without decaying, and this effect may only occur once per combat. So it also has a passive that gives you its active. What the hell? So that's the reason I think this is going to be this. It's giving you a bunch of strength on an active, and then obviously you pay the haste cost. But you can just overstat on haste and lose it, you know, it doesn't really matter. You can get the same strength bonus as a passive every time you enter combat. So for Mythic Plus situations, you enter and you go inside combat and go outside combat pretty often. So in Mythic Plus, I think this thing is going to be a monster trinket. And Raid is, maybe it's good, you know, it gives you a bunch of strength, but you're always in combat. You never get out of combat in Raid, so you can't get the secondary effect. But in Mythic Plus, you can. Unless I'm wrong, you know. But yeah, the other trinkets I didn't read much, you know, so I can't tell you guys much about them. I'll do when I do the guide, you know, I'll do all the trinkets. But this Ashes Ember Souls looks really good. Okay, we're gonna do another key. Let's look what's in the Dungeon Finder. There's another Black Rook Hold. Okay, I don't want to do another Black Rook Hold. I want to do Wake Crest. Give me a Wake Crest. I could always make my own group, you know. Let's make a Wake Crest key. Get a key. What is Wake Crest? Black Rook. Wake Crest. We need 20. Yeah, 20 is fine. 15, 19, 20. Let's put Fort and Fort and Tyrannical, so stuff like lives. Fort Tyrannical. Let's open this thing. Whitecrest. Okay, 20 Whitecrest for Tyrannical. Okay, let's start a group. Let's put Dawn. Whitecrest plus 20. Okay, let's see if people get in. I think this is gonna be the last key of the night. We did some good testing. Okay, so both builds, Crusading and Templar Strikes, are pretty much close in damage, you know. Although personally, I felt more comfortable with Templar Strikes. It just, I wasn't standing around not doing anything, you know. I always had holy power, always was fine, you know. Even though I had to like do a lot of healing in that place at the end. Maybe people are already sleeping. What time is it? It's 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m. Yeah, maybe people are kind of done with keys for today. I have no one queuing up. Still, was really good tests. I like the information we got from this. I would love to do a Crusader Strike Blackrook Hold, because I think Blackrook Hold is a key that has like a good benchmark on amount of mobs, you know. There's like 5-pack mobs, there's like a huge packs there, and there's also like a bunch of bosses and all, like different numbers of mob counts in that place. So I think we can take Blackrook Hold as a benchmark, similarly as you could take, like, let's say Freehold as a benchmark of how to do Mythic Plus simulations and all those things. The other dungeons in this, the new rotation, are a bit gimmicky, you know. Not gimmicky in the mechanics, but gimmicky in how the mobs are distributed, you know. Ataldazar, for example, has like one dude standing around invisible. You gotta take him to the other pack, which is just a big dude that's like with a totem. And there's not like really big packs you can do there, so number of mobs is very weird. And yeah, like other places, for example, I haven't done Throne of the Tides yet. I'll get to do that later. Is it up? Actually, let me check. Can we teleport there? Nope. I'll do testing when it's up. I'm very curious of that place. Okay, let's take these two guys, I guess. And hopefully get a healing attack, you know? Nice, no, I'm glad I could help. Yeah, most of my Vikoras are still working. I think the only one that it's not going to be working next patch is the Interrupt one, which is sad because I've been using that thing since BFA. I read that it got discontinued, so there's not going to be more updates for my interrupt tracker. Let's get this guy. And that one's pretty complex, so I don't know how to like make it work. The other ones I personally made, so all the other ones are going to be updated. Just gonna write here that we need tank for tyrannical fortified wake. Next season is gonna be so fun, guys. Like I like so many of these dungeons, you know. Wake Risk, Ataldazar, Blackroot Hole, Dark Heart Ticket. Those are the good 4 ones that I like, you know. Everbloom is fun, but it's really punishing because of the mechanics Blizzard added, you know. Those 2 bosses, you know, the council boss and the mage boss are the mage boss is especially punishing because of that like arcane ball that pulls you in. It's a really cruel mechanic as well, you know. It can like it can just kill you by itself. So yeah, that fight is punishing. And the plant boss, just so much area denial, it's hard to hit the boss. It's also a lot of group damage, you know. We did it, I think, on a fortified, and it was pelting the group really hard with bolts and stuff. But I imagine that thing in Tyrannical is just gonna be like your healer trying to triage the whole group, like going crazy with the bolts. I'm glad they didn't add the Spire, you know, the extra boss on Everbloom, because I don't know I think no one knows what the Spire does. No one ever does it in Time Walking, so yeah. I'm glad the thing is not there. Oh yeah, of course, the Dawn of the Infinite dungeons. Those are also there, you know. They're pretty good, you know. The Morchi one is a bit more annoying than the other one. The other one is the chill one. There's pretty good loot there, though. One of our best weapons from Mythic Plus is there. The axe, because there are some demons in some of these dungeons. So that axe actually gets a bit of value. Of course, before you get your Lego from the raid. Come on, we need a tank. Tank for the last key of the day. We need more people to test keys out, you know, because like then we get keys that are super bugged when live and people are like complaining, why is this one-shotting me? And no one tested the keys, you know. We need more people in the PTR to do testing. The only thing I'm sad about our tier set is it looks pretty bad. Why are these swords so big? Like, why are they daggers? You know, they should have been like little hammers or something. I mean, weird ass daggers on our shoulders, and our helmet looks like a Burger King crown. I don't like the tier set. I'll use it, but I won't like it. I guess I could just transmog it, you know. BK crown. It looks so weird. All hail BK crown. Maybe this healer is gonna leave because this other group only needs heals and DPS for Blackroot Hold. Now maybe he's fed up with Blackroot Hold as we are. We already did 2 keys of that place. Do we want to do an Everbloom? I don't think I want to do an Everbloom until live. That place is kind of rough. This crown reminds me also as like the Crown of Wills, you know, that thing from Shadowlands that they transformed the Helm of Domination into. So yeah, that's another reason I don't like it. Okay, I think it's a rip. There's no tanks. I'll do 5 more minutes and then probably call it a night if we don't get a tank. The thing I've been noticing is there's a lot of like Chinese players that are testing, like a bunch of them, like a ton of Chinese players testing keys. I guess because their server like got taken down, you know, they're playing in North American servers. I wonder how much their ping is though. Must be a bit high, right? 200 probably. Should be playable, you know, but I'm kind of annoyed at this ping, you know, and I'm playing on 183 on the PTR here. I normally play at 120 or something. Feels a bit sluggish. Okay, so 1040 on this clock. I'm gonna just call it a night. We did good testing. I enjoyed every moment of it. Blackroot Hall brings so many memories. Legion was one of the best expansions they did. With the exception of like legendary weapons the first patch. That was scuffed as hell. I don't know if you guys played Legion, but so the first patch of Legion, you got your 2 legendaries pretty fast, you know, but then after that it was bugged, so you couldn't get, like, if you didn't get the good ones after that, you were stuck with them, you know, until they kind of fixed something, and then you could, like, keep getting them doing content. But it was really annoying if you got the bad ones, you know. I personally got 2 of the worst ones before they reworked them to be a bit better, you know. I got Sivus and I got the Paridas when they were garbage, before they were good. So I had to just use them for a very long while. And I still like the expansion, you know. It was a bit frustrating not getting the best legendaries, because when I got them, they already nerfed them. You know, they already nerfed the red legendaries back then. So I never got to play with the super legendaries for red when they were like OP. They nerfed the cape and they nerfed the belt, I remember that clearly. There's a tank, let's get it. Two-way Christ.
Hey, how you doing? Have a good one.
Let's go. Last key of the night. And let's put a feast down for the people, food, flask, everything. Let me check something. Did I have flask the whole run? Oh yeah, I have it. I had it. 99%. I thought I dropped it somewhere in the middle of the dungeon. I had it. What am I missing? Oh yeah, the Howling Rune. We're missing the tank. And the Shambi. What's that thing? Oh, it's a new potion? Oh, no, actually, no, it's not new. Oh, it's actually better. It heals you for less than the old potion, but it gives you a hot. Huh? Interesting. I'll use it. I'll use it now. Yeah, the DK's saying the same thing, you know. It's a pretty decent pot, I think. Heals for less than the old one, but gives you a nice hot after that. And the hot is probably affected by burst and all those kinds of things, you know? Oh, where's my key? It's this one. I think that the Shami is Russian. That's why he's telling us to link the key or something. So he knows where to go. There he is. Let's do a ready check. Let's go. We're just gonna use the Emperor Strike build, you know. I'm happy with that, so I feel comfortable with it. Let's do a countdown and let's go. Hopefully he doesn't go right side. You never want to go right side on Waker's Manor. It's very bad. Right side has the most annoying mobs in this place. There's hunters that do traps on the ground. There's a lot of area denial. It's a nightmare. So always go left side. It's a lot better. Since we have all doors open, it shouldn't be a problem. Yes, aggro. Shield here just in case. Very nice. Okay, where's the tank?
Come back and face my steel.
Nice!
So we didn't pull anything.
Running off seems like a bad idea. We have more of a plan than that. Right?
Heroes, your
Oh,
strength is
Kinder
needed.
died.
We must see this evil
There's there,
brought
okay.
to an end.
We'll investigate the grounds while you dispatch her servants.
I think it was my bad, you know. My hammers, I can't control them, you know. Judgment just does what Judgment does. I have to like face the other way, I guess. He doesn't want to pull stuff, so. I guess I'll use cooldowns. Doesn't feel good to use them. We're kind of in a crap space here. Yeah. Ooh, can kick him for seconds here. Oh, pick this one. So bold. That guy got hit by the frontal. Oh, nice. They put the frontal like a more purple shade so people can look more clarity, you know. A blind here so they don't get that shield. That silence doesn't do anything to me. I got cooldowns, but I don't think I want to use them here. This pack's almost dead. I'll use Wave. I'll take that defense. So the captains do that frontal, and they also do that defense cast, but they will give you them damage reduction. Hunters seem to be doing a ton of damage, man. Like the other hunter in the Black Revolt did like almost 190k DPS overall. This one's doing a lot as well. Okay, he has all the mobs. I'll take that. Oh, the fire! I can remove the poison. These Thorn Sharpers do a poison cast. You can kick it or dispel it. I'm choosing to dispel it. Doesn't seem to hurt so bad, you know. Okay, I'll dispel that one, dispel this one, kick that one. Don't get hit by the ground effect. The barrage is on shield and dispel. Blind. got cooldowns, but do I use them here? I don't think it's worth it. Can I stun this guy? Yeah, I can. Okay. They can be stunned, they can be feared. Blinded. Come on, kill it. Kill the thing, please. Oh. Kick the infest. Okay, some maggots can cast infest. That thing will put a debuff on a person. And then when the debuff runs out, more maggots will. That's dangerous if you let a lot of those casts go off, because then you got a bunch of maggots that can one-shot people with the spits. Move that with human ratio. Kinda wasted some holy fire there. There's Tyrannical, so he's going to have to go to the fires to remove the stacks of the boss. Boss currently has I'll block myself to remove this. For next one, I think I can use my bubble. Not the best use of my bubble, you know, but I don't want to get stunned. Oh man. Come on, free me, free me. My dudes, help. Help. Yeah, no one helped me. Okay, that's very annoying. It's only picking me. There's more people in the group, you know? Yeah, I guess he can take 45 stacks of the boss to the face. Okay, that won't hurt. Oh, those things have a lot of health, but my Divine Storm barely moved the needle of the health of that thing, you know? So those things have a ton of health, like the stun summon thing from the boss. Oh, take the Reg. Those Reg, I think, are frontals. I'll blind here. Where's the pig facing? I'll use cooldowns on the next pack. We should have waited, and we could have like rezzed them. Gotta do a big run now. DK's just gonna pull. Okay. The man doesn't fear anything. That thing was kickable in DFA. They made it unkickable here. I think our other DPS just DC. Maybe the group is falling apart. And here. Maybe we can, yeah, we can 4-man this. I'm up for it if the group is. It's a lot of spits. I'll use the pot. Nail hands. A lot of damage. think we pulled through the wall. Take that. We pulled a hunter through the wall. They gotta fix that, man. Fear. Up. Stun it. Serpent sting thing. Trap in the ground. Can dispel that? Yeah, I can. Yeah, Divine Storm is pulling through the wall, which is... I gotta be more careful with it now. They gotta fix that before we launch, you know. It can't leave a thing like that. Okay. Now we're just gonna go on boss. Okay. I dig it. And I have to kill that steward. I'll get cooldowns in a few seconds. That like little puddle. Oh man, I died. I'm alive. That little puddle next to the boss is very annoying. I gotta kill these. Don't pull them in. Cooldowns now. A bit hectic without an extra DPS. I think I should just be single targeting here. Nah, never mind. We gotta kill these servants. Let's stun this one. Debuff him. Bubble here. Just keep DPSing through the bubble. Yeah, just single targeting now. Nice. It's 4 man in the whole dungeon. Lady Waker is gonna be annoying. Lady and Lord Wakers are gonna be a bit of a pain. And the last boss, you know. Hopefully someone does the potion.
Settle the score.
And we gotta kill the witches. I forgot about the witches. Witches are gonna be really annoying. Okay, what bug is he talking about? Like DK knows something that we don't.
Mother grant me power.
Don't have a kick for that. It's gonna go out. Don't have an ED for that. Just have to heal through it. I can dispel myself. Nice, you did. You guys did the thing. Okay, the mid-more has it. Oh, it's on me. You're gonna hit me until I drop health. Swap sister. My lady. Here you just have to single target, by the way. The other ones don't take any damage. Spread out for the circles. Nice. And she drops 50%. We're gonna go to Briar now. Single target Briar. Pick that Thornbolt. He's gonna have a big cast that does a lot of damage. That nettles. I'll pop this guy. That cooldowns back. Swap the other one. Hopefully she doesn't mind control me. Come on, there's other people in the group. Why do I have to be mind controlled, stunned, and everything? $80 now? There's literally an... Oh, well, actually, no. There's only one other DPS in there. I guess I lost a 50-50. There's potion there. Nice.
Knowing these foul creatures no longer prowl the night. Continue your hunt for Lady Wakecrest. I will ensure these rooms are
They're gonna buff these dungeons the hell out of them before launch, because we're 4-manning at 20. And it's going pretty well. Either we're OP or the dungeon is kind of undertuned in the health department. Ah, a witch! I'm getting etched. I'm getting spit and etched. It hurts a lot. Oh yeah, no effects. That's a good that thing, yeah. But we're playing with both tyrannical and fortified. So that should count as something. Okay, I'll get up. Yeah, when this expires, it explodes. Better heal myself. Okay, I think healer just DC'd. Gave up. Yeah, we have no affixes, you're totally right. But, like I said, we have Tyrannical and Fortify at the same time. And this place has 5 bosses. Yeah, so that's a lot of Tyrannical health to go through with just 4 people. Pulling big here. Big infected thorns. Ouch, that hurt. I'll stun the infected thorns here. I'll sack the healer because it seems he's dying. I might die myself here. Never mind, got the spell. Take the thorns. Take care of the frontal. Oh, we got the big witch. I'll be defensive here and heal. Take the bard, the captain I mean. I should just finish up the captain. Use cooldowns on the matron. I'm so happy that they made the cleaves like more noticeable. In BFA we had to like guess where the dude was. Guess you could always like stand behind him, you know, but like in the middle of in the thick of it, sometimes it's hard to see. What's this thing? Just does the damage, okay, so it's nothing important. I remember in BFA we used to get some portals the last season, you know? Then the Soth portals. And you never play that part. Just appear down here. Oh, he's going big. I'm afraid. I'm scared. Outline here. I'll defensive, just in case. Candles, we gotta move. No kick. No kick. Kick now. Cooldowns now. I have kick. 3 seconds. Kick now. Another witch. No kick. A little less. Those rocks are LOS, by the way. If you see a volley going off and there's no kick, you can just hide behind one. Take the volley. More candles. That's on me. Nice. Boss time. Ah, I messed up the thing. Should have. Purgation first. Hold the spell. Never mind, the healer has it. Dodge to the Scorpion. Hunter, spell. I can dispel it, he doesn't have to like turtle it. Let's undo it. I got him. Cooldown's back. Looks like I'm getting hit, but I'm not. It's on me. Slow myself. Spell him this one. Got the lady. Kick that. Always kick lady. Does a ton of damage. It's on me. Move away from me. Cooldown's back. Should really be focused on Lord Wakers instead of Lady. I don't have kick for that. I got him. Thing and perfect. Does he know the trick? He does. We're going downstairs. These guys actually hurt, by the way. If every single one of these guys jumps to you, you might die. It's one shot. I think Blizzard fixed that. Like the AI is now not so punishing as it was before.
Foolish child. You lack vision. Death
I wanted to use cooldowns here, but the thing is dead.
mocks you at every turn.
Possible. My ancestors defeated you ages ago.
Your ancestors wiped out my people, but they could not destroy me. Death
He's just going, man. Even the DK has places to go. He has to use the... Nice, he knows. He knows. If the healer knows the mechanic, we can just focus on damage boss and ads. All stun. You gotta kill the ad. Kick that lightning.
Allow Gorak Tool to cross into our world.
Blind here. Oh, never mind. They have.
Sterntide and I will hold them here. You have to finish this.
Use the thing. Nice. He used it. So there's a little like potion that's dropped on the ground. Someone has to use the thing so we can get rid of the corpses of those slavers. Because those guys like perma-stun you for 10 seconds if you don't get rid of them. They all will one big group eventually. I'll stun this guy. Pick that lightning. Don't have a stun. Oh, he's gonna get healed. At this point, focus boss, I think. Very nice, very nice.
not hold me.
Yeah, we format the Wakers with Tyrannical and Fortified.
We've done it. Gorak Toll
spell has been banished.
I really like this place. I enjoy Waker's Manor, you know.
There's nothing a strong arm and a sharp steel can't fix.
But I'm very sure the keys are not gonna go in this
Thank you, heroes.
this state, man.
Broken the
We're
coven and
you have to
released
think
us
we're in the
before
440 item level, and this is a 20 key. So this is supposed to give you mythic item level quality gear. So you can't go with 440 item level to a 20 next patch and just do it, you know, like we did it with 4 people. They are going to buff this place. And that's only, it's not only that it doesn't have affixes, you know, because I don't think affixes would have also prevent us from timing that. It's just health values are not high enough, or some scaling is wonky. The raid LFR is 450 item level, so I don't think we can like do a 20 with just 440 item level. But still, it's good to know that keys are fine. That was damage. So hunters are doing so much damage, man. They're blasting. Single target most. What's this guy? This is Beastmaster. Nice. That was our damage. Wrathful Sanction, fine. Slash, Searing Light. Divine Storm. I think everything is fine. It was kind of unfortunate that we got stunned like 4 times on that boss and then mind controlled 3 times on the witches. We lost every 50-50 on that place. How many times did we proc our tier set? Can we check that? Let me see. Where is Wrathful Sanction? Okay, so yeah, we can't actually check that, but it hits 528 targets. I think we can check in the RS. Where is it? Where is it? It's not here. It should be here. Like the name. Whenever we proc our tier set, it's called Sanction something. I guess my details is not updated because it doesn't show the buff. Let me check what's it called. So you throw blade here and you get, okay, it's called Echoes of Wrath. So let's look for that in the Echoes of Wrath. Where is it? I want to know how many times we did proc that thing. Yeah, it doesn't seem to track it. So details is not tracking the tier set proc. I can't check how many times we got it. I guess it's fine. I wanted to get a number. So let's say I do more testing, so I get a benchmark on average how many times I should be proccing it. Anyways, guys, good testing today. Good testing. I still think Templar Strikes feels more comfortable. After playing with Crusading Strikes and Crusader Strike, yeah, Templar Strikes just feels a lot more... Oh, I guess you control your holy power better. It felt like my burst was more controlled, while with Crusading Strikes it was like really crazy at times when I got a bunch of procs of my Blade of Justice to supplement my holy power. But when that didn't happen, oh, just in time, we got a DC. This DC from the server. Anyways, guys, I think that's where we are going to end the stream today. Just in time, we got a DC from the PTR. And well, if you enjoyed it, by the way, I'm going to continue doing more of these PTR videos. I'm still missing the 2 Dawn dungeons and one, the water one, you know, the old one. So whenever I can be able to test those, they will be up in the channel. And well, guys, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the videos. You can follow me also on all my socials that are in the description of this. Thanks everyone for watching and have a great night.